Hey everyone, it's Leo here. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, listening to our show. Brief, quick announcement. This episode will mark the end of Season 1 of Sugar and Shadows and Season 1 of Plus 3 to Friendship. So moving on to Season 2, I think we're going to shift gears and we're going to explore some new worlds and some new storylines. We're going to put Sugar and Shadows on the shelf just for a while and give everyone a chance to play a new character, play a new class, and maybe even take a whack at DMing. So, gear up, tune in. It's going to be a fresh start, fresh faces. I have some new faces. And but until then, enjoy the season finale of Sugar and Shadows. Thank you.
In a world constructed from books and thoughts restricted only by our collective imaginations, a group of friends gather together to warp reality, living out our wildest dreams, putting on weird voices and pretending to be fantastical creatures like elves and wizards, all within the confines of a single room.
That's right, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, and this is Plus 3 to Friendship. I'm your Dungeon Master, Leo.
I'm Josh, and my character's name is Sid Veranda.
I'm Andreas, and I am Bildar.
I'm Buster, and I'm playing Cecil Swordsway.
Join us as we unravel the mysteries of Sugar and Shadows.
Enjoy the show!
All right, where were we? Oh yeah, there's this old dwarven dude who's taking you to his very drafty, empty, huge, dwarven keep of sorts.
Don't take candies from stranger.
Is it my grandfather?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, your grandfather has a different name. I can't remember your grandfather's first name, but...
Me neither.
His last name was Stonemane, though.
Tom.
And this guy is definitely a Stonemane. You see some familial resemblance to your grandfather. This man might be even slightly older. One of the oldest dwarves you've ever seen. He looks up there.
Are these two still frozen?
Yeah, they're still frozen, hanging in the air in mid action.
Stuffed bear on the wall.
And he says, Welcome, Beldar, to Stonemane Keep, as it is now known, and reworked by your ancestors. I'm sure you have many questions, such as why I've brought you here.
Yes, that is certainly one. Maybe top of the list.
I had foreseen that you would have been in grave danger by those men with crossbows. I mean, luckily your very skilled bear friend was there to mitigate the dangers, even though he did do quite a bit of damage to you, didn't he? Worry not. You are safe here. I come as a friend. Beldar, your people, you're on your mother's side, the Stonemanes. We've guarded a deep secret. I'm sure you've heard by now of the Sunwalkers.
I have. My friend here apparently has some ties with them as well.
Yes. We all have some ties with them here in the Entangled Coast. Their history is clung to this land like a bad fart in a room. It's hard to shake.
It's like a car fart. You think they should leave, but they don't.
These Sunwalkers had a deep knowledge of vast technology and magics that they've used to hold power over these lands in their heyday. They removed an entire civilization of creatures from this earth and pulled them into some other world where they wait to return. They flew the skies. They brought meteors from the heavens. They killed the great old ones that once ruled these lands. Perhaps I can show you. Have you ever seen the skeleton of a great old one, Beldar?
In my grand travels, no, never.
Take a journey with me down to the basement real quick. Let me show you my great old one collection.
I'm so glad I'm petrified.
Sense motive.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me your insight check.
It's definitely old.
It's an old one.
You want a popsicle?
15.
Okay, you're getting a pretty good read on this guy, and he seems to be pretty upfront and non-molesty about this.
I'll follow him to the
All the
basement.
good ones do.
Okay, so he leads you down this long corridor, and you can hear the bear scraping on the wall every now and then as you make a current corner.
Oh, they're
and
coming with us.
Yeah, they're just
perfect.
floating behind you guys.
Fuck, we gotta see the old one too.
And he leads you down a series of long stairs. The steps are very shallow and wide, so they fit your feet very well. And everything about this just feels very, very homey. Yet back home, it was bustling with activity. You could tell that this place was huge and probably housed a lot of people at one point, but it's totally empty. And as you walk down this corridor, a distant torch will ignite to kind of illuminate it ever so slightly, and you could tell that there were much more there's sconces for a lot of torches and a lot of activity here, but it's very empty and isolated and desolate. And he leads you down and down and down deeper into the keep, into this cavernous area, which is the third sub basement, which dwarves, they count down basements instead of up levels, so you're way down there, and you're in this raw cavern area. And he says, look there, and a light just sort of emanates, and before you see this gigantic skeleton of I'm trying to describe it without using the word dragon, but you see a giant dragon skeleton there. It's it boggles your mind because such a large creature. You see it's got similar features to other reptiles, but it has these huge wings, and you've only heard far flung ancient legends about dragons having existed, but you've never seen any proof. But this looks like proof. This huge, gigantic skeleton of a dragon.
So, quick question: is it just large compared to Beldar, or is it large?
It's
us too?
80 feet long or better, and it's wrapped.
I'm 4.5 feet tall.
Wrapped
Not
around.
2 feet tall.
It's gargantuan might be a better word for it than large.
Got it. And also, are we aware?
Not quite yet. And he said,
Oh, should I rouse your friends from their slumber, Beldar?
The bear looks most uncomfortable.
Yes, of
The
course.
other one perhaps should sit this out. I also pull a twig off of him. He may want to poke him in the eye.
That's how we do wait.
okay, at this point, Sid, you were in the midst of calling lightning from the sky, and you're charging up, and you're getting a real fucking electron boner with the clouds above you, kind of you're forming that, you're feeling that hard connection, and suddenly you feel that you come to, and that connection is totally gone. You are falling a short distance from the room, from floating in the room to hitting the ground, a couple of feet, and you're kind of cocked to one side. It's very disorienting as suddenly you're you were in the woods. Now you're in this dark cavern next to Beldar and some old dwarf and a mustached guy. He's kind of got a similar build to Cecil.
No.
Still floating in the air.
Mustached half orc.
Yeah, you could swear it's a half orc with a very slender build.
Damn, man, what was in that fireweed I smoked this morning? Where the fuck are we?
Welcome, Sid, to the hall of the what do you call it? Stone Main Keep.
Holy shit, man, you're old.
Yes, very.
What is Cecil frozen?
Yes, this dwarf of Stone Main Keep has pulled us away from that arguably terrible fight we were in.
Stone Man Keep, I like that, man.
I believe this man is one of the guards that had attacked us.
You got a stick?
I know. I knew it. I knew it.
And I put it into Sid's hand.
I go over to Cecil and just...
Okay.
I could see it coming too.
Yeah. So Cecil, there's this moment of clarity in this weird fog that you're in.
Roll for initiative.
Of Sid approaching with a stick in hand. You gouge him in the eye?
No, I'm going for his ear. I'm piercing his ear.
Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
You're frozen.
Poke me in the eye. Blind me.
I pierce his ear.
Okay.
I leave the branch.
It's
It's like a gauge. Really.
Takes a bit of force to get
Yeah,
through
totally.
with the blunt stick,
No.
Don't worry,
but
Cecil.
he can't fight it,
Don't worry.
and it sucks for him because he can feel it as this excruciating pain of a blunt twig being shoved through your earlobe.
Oh, that's nice.
Uh,
Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Stone Main's a little taken aback, and he's like,
Just an old game we used to play as cousins.
First lightning, now sticks. I see how you play. son.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Feisty one. Beldar, you keep some strange company, my friend.
I've fallen in with some strange ones, yes, but I would say they are also good friends.
All I'm gonna say is watch your fucking back.
Good friends.
I want
Hard
to
to keep.
pull out like a little metal gear, and I'm gonna stick it in his ear hole, so he's got a gauged gear earring.
Very steampunk.
yeah, you feel your earlobe being stretched horribly.
No, it fits.
Okay,
It's like the right size.
It's the same gauge as the branch.
You feel it.
Perfect.
Beldar. Your ancestors, the Stone Mains,
Fuck you both so hard. It's
Have,
not I detest more than gauged tears.
we've carried a burden for many years. You know, we maintain the wards that hold. You've heard of these temples that are in this area, the Sunwalker temples with the gates and the keys.
Yes, and we had found some form of fuse as well that seemed to be either the key or perhaps powered it.
A power source, for sure. Ancient Sunwalker technology. Yes. These are the type of things that we try to safeguard, else they fall into the wrong hands. I'm sure you know of a few of the major players in the area. Beldar, I've chosen this place. Well, we have chosen this place. The Stone Mains, the Stone Main Sons. To channel our magical energy into foreseeing what may come to be. Divination of sorts. This keep is built on an ancient temple of the Sunwalkers, constructed to foresee the future of what possibilities could come, to help guide them to make the right proper decisions, you see. We've used this to see what may come to be. If these technologies were to fall into the wrong hands, say, to Krustia, or into the Society of Whispers, even worse, the Children of Kirtle Mac. Any of these things lead to catastrophic devastation to this area. No matter how many times I've peered deep into the pools that foresee the future and asked it, what if? Or how long? The answers never differ far from each other. There's great destruction on the horizon. In my old age and wisdom, I have finally seen the light. These things must be destroyed. We must forget the Sunwalkers ever existed. We must bring it down so that no one may use these powers to pillage and destroy as they have in the past.
It seems a noble quest, but quite a difficult undertaking.
And something that I myself am unable to do. For you see, I have sworn to protect these secrets, not destroy them, as is the way of the Stone Main Sons. But you are not a full-fledged member, though our blood does curse through your veins. Perhaps you could make this choice.
And perhaps my friends can help in this as well.
Of course.
Can you unfreeze that one and also maybe heal that ear? I know he has a bit of a hatred for the gauged ear.
Cecil, you suddenly, your sort of hazy, dreamlike state snaps too, and you fall from the ceiling.
With
and
pure hatred, I look you both in the fucking eyes and cut my own ear off.
What?
Yes.
What?
I will refuse to be gauged. That happens. That's canon.
Okay, yeah, so you begin, like, sawing at your ear. I need you to take 2d8 damage.
He dies.
As you continuously saw
He's
at your
gonna
ear.
bleed out.
That's a 12.
I go down.
Okay.
But I take the ear off.
Yeah, the ear is removed, and Talbot Stonemane is a little taken aback. He's like, "Oh,
Fuck you both
the
so
company you keep, Belda.
He's a bit of a fucking weirdo.
Perhaps I should stabilize this one.
I'll just leave him. Fuck. I'm gonna go over and stabilize him. Fucking.
I'm not sure why you keep such strange company, Beldar, but I'm sure you have your reasons.
I'm gonna gauge the other ear. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
There's a powerful magic that protects these temples. Powerful magic upheld by my lifeblood of the Stone Mains. You could choose to join and become the next keeper of this knowledge. Though I highly encourage you to take what I had said seriously and destroy this technology.
I mean, would it not be also the right thing to protect it? I mean, what if a creature such as this, and I'll gesture towards the giant skeleton, were to come back?
I give out a little scream, having just noticed it.
Yeah, it's a gigantic, huge dragon skeleton. Monstrous beyond anything you've ever seen, living or dead.
It's bigger than the ocean.
This is true. I mean, the great old ones, the great old lords, as they've been known as, they've been gone for some time. Only their remains exist. I have not foreseen them coming back, but their more earthly kin, yes.
Then I shall take on this family quest. I do not know who will become the next keeper, but we will certainly root out this. We have some connections already with these devices and weapons.
So you wish to leave them intact?
No.
The choice is yours, Beldar. I mean, I grow old and weak, and either I will pass and the Stone Main Sons will no longer be, and whoever wishes to exploit that and maintain control over these temples and the powers within, that is your choice. You could take my role. You could allow someone to, these technologies to fall into various hands. I could tell you what could happen if you do so.
No, I shall help you destroy them, and that way you, Elder, shall be able to rest, knowing that your charge was complete.
Beldar, this warms my heart. You are young, and to see you come to such a conclusion and not be tempted by the powers of the Sunwalkers brings me warmth. I wish I could make that decision myself and not burden you with this responsibility, but alas, like I had said, I had sworn myself to protect them and not destroy them. There is one such individual, one old member of the Stonemains, that came to this conclusion many years ago. He sought to destroy them, and we prevented this, and cast him deep into the bowels of various prison systems over the years. He has the knowledge of how to destroy these, knowledge that I cannot give you personally. Perhaps you could seek him out and unearth this knowledge he keeps of how to, once and for all, destroy the temples.
I would gladly do that if my companions will join me.
Perhaps I should give you a moment to discuss it amongst yourselves.
Do you think it comes with a title?
Is there a reward?
Those are the two most important questions.
Yeah. How much are you paying me?
Do you think this guy's got any cool magical items to give us?
He's got to. Did you not see how he froze time?
He's magic as fuck.
I didn't see how he froze time.
It was all of a sudden just
it.
frozen.
Yeah.
He sort of waved his wand in the air. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Do you need a new ear?
No, not at all.
You look pretty good without one.
Yeah.
What'd you do with your ear?
Oh, it's just on my person.
Oh, okay.
It's just in like a baggie.
It's on your belt.
I was thinking about eating it, but
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. I got your back, Maldar.
It also ties in, I believe it's your brother Chet is the one who's... It would
I
make
guess.
him most unhappy to take those ruins from him with no weapon, no relic.
Oh yes, the sword swayers do have
I do love fucking Chet up.
their fingers in the game for sure.
And my friend here, Sid, is an all-beast.
Yes, yeah. Bloodline's been tainted by one of the ancient technologies of the Sunwalkers.
I wouldn't say tainted.
Definitely tainted.
the
Look at
very
him.
least.
The monster. Well, you're a bear.
Huh?
Aren't you a bear?
I came out.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Good. Jim!
Beldar Neil.
No. Beldar Niels.
Why are you laying down, Baldar? Oh, right.
I've got knees.
I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna knight you or something.
Oh no, I cannot go through the ceremony of turning him into a full-fledged member of the Stonemain Sons. Otherwise, he would be compelled to protect the technology. Otherwise, but in his free state of regular non-gaius, which is a spell, I'm not calling him a homo.
Could have fooled me.
Uncompelled to protect these relics, such as myself.
So, Beldar, you get to create your own title.
Yes. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll workshop it.
I have seen many possible futures of this area. Many terrible things that could come to be. The sword sways, your family, are on the fast track to taking over. They
Wait,
already...
who?
Richard and
Oh,
Petunia.
okay, as long as it's not Chet.
Their son Chet, their
God
family.
damn it. God damn it.
Much of these lands actually fall under the control of the Swordsway conglomerate of sorts.
Very interesting.
And in fact, there are large swaths of land that were in your aunt's name, secretly unbeknownst to her. This is one reason why they want you here, to keep you here.
To keep me here.
Those lands are now yours, Cecil. Beyond just the Sugar Rush Farms, mind you. Though the paperwork is well buried, if you are to unearth it.
Sid is good at finding paperwork and changing it. I think I know just the guy for this.
If you were to unearth this paperwork, it would prove your ownership of these lands and remove some control from the rest of your family.
Does sound like there's a reward. Excellent. Where might I find said paperwork? General area.
It is deep under the... Sorry, old frog in the throat. It is deep under the protection of Duke Gurad currently. Hidden locked in his labyrinth of filing cabinets deep within his courthouse. A place I know you've been. I've seen it. I've been watching.
I love that place.
It's a pretty cool place. You
Yeah.
did quite well there last time.
Totally.
Dude, that was really
Vicious V.
fun. Yeah.
So that's if the Swordsways were to gain power. They would
So
quickly take over.
my family wants me alive or they don't?
They need you to choose an heir.
Choose an
And if not, keep you alive.
or not and kill me.
If they perhaps could secure who would inherit.
Yeah. Very interesting.
But it was ensured that you and you alone would inherit from Petunia as her request. Or sorry, not Petunia. What was the other one? Babley.
Badly.
Yes, that one.
Petunia's my mom.
Yes. So that's an issue you guys might need to deal with at some point. There's, of course, the Kingdom of Crustia, which is, they've overextended themselves monetarily and here down in the Entangled Coast, and they're quickly losing grasp. I feel any day now they might sell large swaths of land and give control to the highest bidder, which, as I've said, the Swordsways are positioning themselves for quite nicely.
Mayor Chet.
Of course, there's the troubles to the south. You haven't run across the orcs much, but they are bolstering themselves. The Gorth clan is vastly producing the Gorth clan is arming themselves for war.
Ooh.
Against.
The Kingdom of Crustia.
That was a full combo.
The Kingdom of Crustia, or whoever might hold the title to these lands then. The orcs of Gorth claim this land as their own. And I would not underestimate them, mind you. They've lived here a very long time, and their knowledge of the Sunwalkers is shockingly deep, even for a dwarf.
Let him have it.
They've already reconstructed rudimentary flying vessels, much like the Sunwalkers have. Perhaps I can show you
Yes.
to the observatory.
Oh, yes.
As you begin climbing many steps and stairways up high into the toppity-top towers of Stone Main Keep, eventually you're in this somewhat narrow tower with a huge long balcony that sticks out, and there's this like big lens ringed in gold that's on like a swivel sort of scenario, so you can like aim it around at different places.
Start fires.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big magnifying glass sort of scenario.
Yeah.
And he like swivels it around and points it. Oh, by the way, on this balcony through like the patchy cloud line, you can see all of the entangled coast. And I can pull out the map to show you a vague direction of where you're from looking.
What? Jesus, what's wrong with you guys? What the fuck? Don't you guys like to tie knots?
What are you, Captain of Tying Nuts?
Yeah, grab on a boat.
Okay, so according to the map here, right, north up here, south down here, you're looking over all of the entangled coast from this northwest direction. Looking southwest, you can kind of see the Gulf, and he says, "Look there, the Saccharine Keep." And he points the lens towards it, and it like zooms way in, and you can see like it's like one of the squares that you're familiar with of that city, and there's like people milling about, and it's like very detailed and close up. And he like swings it to the south, and it's like looking over these mountains, and he says, "Look there," and he puts his two fingers in there and like zooms in on the lens, and you can see this like huge like round shape, dark shape in the sky, sort of like moving between two mountains, like a pill shaped thing. That's one of the orcs' flying vessels there now, just beyond the mountains. And he zooms in a little bit more, and you can see
Deckard
that
Cain,
it's
is
like,
that you?
Yeah. You can see it's like a big dirigible-looking thing.
Dirigible?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
it's like a zeppelin or a blimp.
This old guy's a bit of a voyeur, huh?
They did say he'd been
Cecil's
watching.
definitely looking around a little nervous.
I've seen your crystals history.
Can't hide those DMs from me.
Oh, no.
He says,
It's
"So
not
that's-
DMs, it's just selfies.
That's the Gorth clan down there. Any day now, they'll come over those mountains and bring with them axes and thunder.
Jesus.
I do love thunder.
Yeah, who doesn't? There's
Don't you
also,
like axes?
so you've run into a few... Oh, questions?
Question?
Anyone's got a question so far? This is all tracking for you all, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, no,
We're all-
taking notes.
Good.
You?
Yeah, me.
So you've also run into the Society of Whispers.
Yes, we have.
Strange men.
Yes.
Very quiet.
Yes.
They're very talkative.
Were they're the robot dudes?
No, they were the, were they?
They are the robots.
Oh.
That we-
I'm thinking of something completely different.
They were like the sort of robotic,
Yeah.
like magically possessed people who were attacking you. And he says, "Yeah, this is a group of individuals who are descendants of the Sunwalkers themselves. They believe it is their birthright to hold the knowledge of their ancestors in their hands and to use it to benefit themselves. They have nefarious intentions. Their knowledge is extensive, but their numbers are small, and their influence is even isn't that great. They seek to destroy the magical wards that seal the inner temples, the wards that I myself maintain with my very existence.
Are there any more of you?
I am but the last of the Stone Main Sons. Unless Beldar takes over, of course.
But we can't have that happen.
We can't have that
just
happen.
yet.
No, of course
No,
not,
never.
of course not. Yeah. The Stone Main Sons may lay to rest. And
Hear
of
that,
course,
Beldar?
in my passing, this place, I mean, it could be yours. I'm not gonna hang out any
I could
further.
be a stone man?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but you could sit in my throne.
Huh.
It's like a seat at the big kids' table.
Sir, I have a question about them, Society of Whisperers. Are they
yes.
free will? Are they all just like a hive mind kind of thing? They're pretty robotic and speaking.
From what I've seen,
Is there a big bad of those sun whisperers? Or the sons of whisperers? The whispering sons?
Okay, so he says, from what I've seen from watching you guys,
You look like that.
what I've seen is you've only run into their associates, I suppose, or their compelled individuals.
They're like compelled lackeys.
They lurk from the darkness and they manipulate from afar. Mongo was one of them, though, at one point, and yes,
Mongo?
He is himself a ancestral lineage traces back to the Sunwalkers.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Mongo was your teacher, right?
Yeah. He's my boy.
I thought we were.
You are my boy.
The Society of Whispers.
We're even now.
As far as telling you who runs them, I've only heard just whisperings of their existence and know very little details of where they hide or who might be the big dude in charge.
I do have a question that doesn't really relate to anything.
You'll never say that. Everything's connected.
So, are you just watching us, or do you see everyone all the time?
Many people do keep up magical wards that prevent my scrying abilities from peering in on them in their most intimate moments.
Wait.
What?
What?
Could we check in on my dad real quick?
Oh, I'm afraid that the sword sways have powerful wards that prevent me from entering their inner chambers of sorts. I only see them from afar in their movements, and I've seen their shipping vessels to and fro. Occasionally I've caught a couple glimpses of your brother or an apparition that appears to be him, but beyond that, no.
You got any powerful technologies that might help us on our quest?
Also, what's Finn up to? Sorry.
Finn's sitting on the porch eating a bone.
Okay.
I mean, we could check.
Like zooms in on Sugar Rush Farm, and there's like Finn like sitting on a porch eating a bone,
Oh, look at that!
and like Wally is like walks by, and his grandfather Otto is like on his shoulder, like whispering weirdness in his ear, and he's like, "Grandpa, I know how to be a man. You don't have to keep telling me."
Oh,
Oh my god, I forgot how sad that was.
Wally.
Gotta put air on your chest, Wally. Come on, have another butterscotch. Don't be a. And he like zooms back away from that.
Anything else you want to see? I love giving the old lens a spin, you know.
Actually, what's Darm up to?
Darm. Well, I have trouble penetrating his inner sanctum as well, but behold.
And he like zooms in towards Newport, but then like sort of off to the side into the jungle a bit, deep in the mangroves. And he zooms in a little further, and there's like this squat little tower that sticks out, and it has this big iron gate in front of it, and there's like several guards in front.
This is where he stays.
Good to know. Thank you.
And why he might be after you in particular, Cecil, yes. He did put out a hit on your head.
Yeah. I really didn't like that.
The sword sways look to usurp his power over the slave trade.
That
They've,
checks out.
they've begun their own breeding operations up north. It's quite dark. Yes. Yes.
Huh.
But a way for them to maintain
I have always wondered about shit.
corner the market on their own homegrown slaves. Pretty gross.
Yeah, that just doesn't feel very good.
No.
Dang, Mom.
But you could see
Yeah.
how Don might be upset about that.
Yeah.
Being squeezed out of his profits. And if they were to take over down here, they would abolish slavery in the area.
Well, I mean, pretty soon he's not going to have to worry about that once the orcs take back over anyway, so...
Very true.
Maybe Dorm's not our problem.
And if that was your wish to help the orcs, you could always give them the technology as well.
Let's not get too far out of
Let's do that.
Oh.
Perhaps you'd like to see what would happen if you did.
Yeah.
Great. Back to the basement!
As he like leads you back downstairs, down into a different sub basement where there's these like large silver pools. It looks like mercury in the water, like a mirror, but you like it kind of like a drip of silver comes from the ceiling every now and then and like causes it to ripple, so you can tell that it's a liquid and not just a mirror.
All right, let's ask it the question then, yes?
And he like leans in and he like whispers
Sid's
something.
V real? Sorry.
He whispers something to the pool, and you can see the surface begins to shimmer, and then you can see like a zoomed out view of Saccharine Keep, and these like large blimps are coming over the mountains and almost darking out the sky. There's so many of them. And when they get over like Saccharine Keep, you can see all these ropes descend from them, and like orcs begin like zooming down the ropes.
Black Hawk Down style.
Yeah, like Black Hawk Down style, like by the thousands into the city, and immediately fires begin erupting, and you hear screams of children and women. And
I feel like we shouldn't give them that technology.
I mean, it seems fine.
No, I agree.
you see another zoomed out view, somewhat close to Saccharine Keep, but you see meteors begin falling from the sky and striking areas like little towns and little farming settlements around Saccharine Keep, as they're just obliterated by these meteors.
They're
striking
creating
the earth.
Mordor.
Yeah, it's like pretty dark and bad. And there's like darkness swirling in the air, and like from a distance you see like a fucking swarm of undead coming out of a cemetery into another town, and they're like destroying things. They're unlocking the powers of the gates. So you see various atrocities taking place.
Wow. All right. Well,
I feel like no one should have that power.
Yeah.
Weird feeling for me, I know, but...
Took me many years to come to the same conclusion.
It only took me like 2 seconds. That's weird that it took you so long, but...
Well, you know how us dwarves are about getting, not hoarding knowledge and things.
Right.
Mostly things.
Yeah.
Have I shown you my collection of great old ones?
I don't see your cradle.
Elder Talbot, I do notice there is no roaring fires, and the city seems rather empty for a dwarven keep.
Our numbers have dwindled as over the many years that we have served here. Thousands of years ago, this city was bustling with dwarves. You would have been knee-deep in dwarflings. But of course, as our duties...
That sounds so gross.
over the years, our duties outweighed our desire to thrive as a society, as we became mad with protecting the secrets. We eventually dwindled. to what you see now. Nothing left but myself.
Sounds lonely.
I guess, Ernhold's still around, but he's the guy in the prison I talked about earlier. Still technically a member, but he's found some sort of way around his Gaius to protect the knowledge, and he seeks now to destroy it.
And is
Why
he
is he in prison?
No, he's deep in the prison in Saccharine Keep.
And that's where the courthouse is too. That the papers are
prison
in,
break.
and the papers. If you
What a
wanna-
papers at?
Two birds, one stone, boys.
Ooh.
Isn't Darm there too?
Darm is in
In the jungle.
Newport.
Oh.
The jungles of Newport.
Darm's time here on this earth is...
It's not long anyway,
It's
right?
not
Yeah.
long. He's quickly losing power.
No one likes a slaver.
If Swordsways were to take over from Crustia, he would be out of the job.
It's true.
What am I missing here? I guess there is another option of another faction at work here as well, and I'd like to hear about them. You've ran into Pyrrhus the Honest out there.
He's a good guy.
I need to reset my voice. Really a bell. Okay. Don't worry about it, dude. There's a lot of there's another faction at work out there known as Protech, the People's
We've heard of
Republic
them,
of the
yeah.
Entangled Coast. Pyrrhus the Artist is a member of such organization.
Sid, did we not get deputized?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember
you
that.
guys have Protec badges.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I
Pulling out.
flashed my badge.
Mine's on a necklace in the shirt.
Yes, Protech. I'm surprised you haven't looked deeper into their whole deal. But let me show you a quick thing real quick. Quickly, back to the observatory.
Why did that feel so overhanded?
Really getting our steps
As
into it.
back up the steps, yeah, you're like winded at this point. You each take a level of exhaustion. As you have gone up and down.
To the observatory.
And yeah,
This old dwarf is ripped.
yeah,
huh?
he seems to handle it like no problem at all.
It's like day every day for
In
him.
fact, there's like multiple times. Give me a perception checks from all of you.
18.
I got a 15.
Okay, Cecily, you notice that there's multiple times when Talbot's feet don't move, but he does. Like he just sort of glides or slides, and his robes aren't like you can tell his legs aren't moving. Any case, he says, "Yeah, you guys get to the observatory, winded and exhausted," and he goes and he adjusts the mirror and he aims for like a sort of just a jungle-y area, and he's like zooming in. And he's like, "Let me put on the filters," and he starts like adjusting a few like little knobs on the gold rim of this thing, and you see the light begin shimmering over like this dome over the jungle, and he zooms in through that, and you can see that there's this large bustling city full of like half orcs and humans and dwarves and elves, and everyone's just like getting along, and it's all beautiful and happy and go lucky.
Oh.
That's one of the hidden cities. William Bell. That's one of the hidden cities of Protech. The People's Republic of the Entangled Coast.
Hidden City.
There's several out there. I've discovered this one merely by accident when I was just zooming around with my lens.
Could we mark it on our map?
Yeah, it's like it's hard to kind of tell exactly where it is. He says he can give you directions, but you won't be able to see it unless you're brought there, even if you're right next to it.
What if we have a badge?
You might, I don't know, maybe it'll work. I can show you kind of where it is.
And he marks it on your map.
Clark's back.
Go ahead and mark. It doesn't really matter where it is, but it's somewhere in this area. Maybe write Protec on there so I remember what that mark is.
Well, this faction seems pretty happy. They're all getting along.
They hold very little political power in the area, but they are getting along. If somehow they were to rise to power, I could see. I've consulted the pool about this.
Losing the voice again.
William Bell. I'm William Bell.
Okay, there it is.
I've seen it in the pools a number of times down there. The Protect rising to power and overthrowing Krastia, and people living in peace for once in this land, and even the shadows retreating to the deepest cracks of the jungle.
Oh. Sorry.
So there is actually something that could be good in this world.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I just know if they were to rise to power.
Something tells me we're gonna fuck it up, but this sounds nice.
Do we need to give him the weapon for them to rise to power?
The pool is a tricky mistress.
Aren't we all?
If they were to come into the power of the Sunwalkers, perhaps they could use it for good.
Whoa.
Oh, ho, ho. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
But all power corrupts eventually.
That's why I think it'd probably be best if I held on to it. You know, for safekeeping.
For a short while, it may be okay, but in long term, I don't know about that one. Same with Protec. I mean, in the short term, it would be good for their cause, but long term, inevitably something comes around that corrupts, as it always does. Only a dwarf can resist the temptation.
Only a dwarf?
I see. Of course.
Good to know.
We bump fists.
It's a dwarf thing. You'll learn when you're older, maybe.
God.
It seems like destroying this weapon is the most sensible path.
Yes. We gotta destroy the weapon, bring Protect to power, stop the orcs from attacking.
I would like to roll for deception.
What are you doing?
Yes,
Is deceiving?
we should destroy it.
Okay, go ahead and roll deception as you all see Cecil like grinding his palms together.
Fuck. That's 17.
Can we roll off?
Yeah, insight.
What'd you get?
That's intelligence, isn't it?
It might be wisdom based.
This wisdom.
Oh, it is.
Boy.
It's still like, that's 8.
6.
First thing we should do, boys, is destroy this.
Very good. I'm convinced.
Well, let's see. Actually,
You can.
he raises a brow at you. He says,
I'd watch out for this one.
God damn it.
I think the power's already begun to corrupt him.
What are you talking about, old man?
Very well. It seems like the choice has been made. You intend to destroy.
Yes, we do.
There's 8 temples. Each possesses a different power. And with the right tools, you will be able to destroy them. Beldar, being the bloodline of the Stone Maidens, you'll be able to enter the deepest inner sanctums of the temple uninhibited. You can even bring your friends with you if you hold hands.
Sid and I are already holding hands right now.
Perfect. That's exactly the form you'll need to take.
We're just practicing.
Entering the inner temple.
And that is where these power tools are.
Yes. Where the power tools are. Mind you, they're guarded by ancient technologies that wish only to rend your flesh from your bones.
To become an old member.
But, I think that pretty much covers my notes, except for this little bit about the children of Kurtleback, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, wait, whoa. What? The children of Curdleback?
Oh, yeah, I remember them.
Yes, the children of Kurt Olmec.
I don't remember.
Kurt Almac?
That's his proper name. He often goes by Olmec or just Kurt.
Is that no?
Oh, were they the people that followed the old gods?
Yes, the great old ones, the old gods.
Yeah, and then the Sunwalkers destroyed them.
They totally just ripped them from existence. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I took some notes the last time I talked to somebody about this.
Yeah, I mean, they're still the very last remains of these creatures, and they struggle to maintain their numbers over the many millennia that have come and gone, but they search for nothing more than to return their ancient city. I am afraid that they will bring devastation with them. Oh. And here's the crux of the biscuit, the catch-22, if you will. If you destroy these temples, the magic that keeps them from these lands, that keep them enclosed in another dimension, those magics will fade, and it shall return. And with it,
The magic of the old gods will return?
the children of Kurt Olmec will return.
Okay.
And Olmec himself will return. And with it, I believe they will try to recover the great power of the old ones.
So if we destroy the Sunwalkers' temples, then the children of the Almac will start returning.
Yes.
But were they...
It's hard to tell what will happen with them. They've been gone from the equation for so long, the pools have a hard time registering them.
Oh, okay.
I just know of their return, as it is prophesied by their children.
Got it. Note taking. Oops.
So, now to the main quest.
He's got a glowing yellow exclamation mark over his head.
Yeah. It like lights up, and he
Action
says,
item.
I need you to infiltrate the prison. Excuse me. The prison of Saccharine Keep. To find Ernhold Stonemane. To extract him from the bowels of the prison. And to
Sewer work.
gain his knowledge of how to destroy the temples. I believe it's some sort of crazy explosive device, but I'm not sure. He always had a way around the powder, if you know what I mean. Gunpowder. Yeah.
Pyro dude.
Are there's guns in this world?
Well, I don't know. Black powder. Let's call it black powder.
I'm having visions of a musket.
It's a thing.
Well, you've got, if they're fireworks, it's not that big of a leap.
yeah, there's some rudimentary sort of
Cecil
guns
with,
and
The
explosives.
dueling pistol.
They're expensive and unpredictable, so they aren't
Just
used
just
over
like me.
crossbow. Yeah, so it's the perfect weapon.
It really is.
You just
Avoid those nat ones.
Yeah, it just
cannot.
explodes in your hand.
Yes. I have found my quest.
Your
Thank
new
you,
quest.
sir.
You're quite welcome, young man. Let me speak into your good ear.
It's such a roguish character with a dueling pistol in one ear. I love it.
Cool. So the choice has been made. I suppose I should take you back now.
Maybe not where we came from.
I mean, it would be a pretty fast track to the prison.
Yeah. I think, yeah, if we maybe just drop us off at the Saccharine Keep, that could be good. Yeah, boys?
I think
Yeah.
that makes the most sense.
Just directly to Saccharine Keep.
Yeah. Just
Maybe-
right in the jail cell.
Well, no. I feel like we need to get a room.
Maybe just outside of the city, and we can walk in rather than just appear in the midst of people.
So what's your plan?
He makes disguises. We could use them
Really
to get
good
into
ones.
the prison.
They
Sewer?
don't even know it's me right now.
Is there any access? We have gotten into other places through less conventional ways.
I mean, it's locked up pretty tight.
It must have a sewer system.
Perhaps. If only I had a map.
Do you... Old man, you got a map by any chance?
Let me just consult my archives.
Oh my god. All right. Where'd the other page go?
There probably is a way in through the sewer. I have to consult.
Is this where we snuck in?
What?
No.
No.
That was the courthouse.
Yeah.
But
Courthouse.
there are caverns underneath the city. At
There's
least, that we
caverns
know.
under the city. You guys possess a map.
Yeah.
I would say that there is probably a way into the prison through the sewer system, because that sounds like something
Oh, we still have that
I
map
should have
from-
planned for.
He's like, right here's the prison.
And he shows you on your little city map of Saccharine Keep. He says, and you cross-reference it with your sewer cavern map, and it looks like there's a way there, which I'll map out for myself and you guys later.
Well, this checks out.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go. I don't remember his voice.
So I'll drop you off at Saccharine Keep.
Is this somewhere you'd rather drop us off?
Oh, I was just kind of envisioning dropping you back off where I left you, and you guys just getting imprisoned by those guards. But I mean, that's fine. I mean, you can go in through the sewers too if you want. I mean,
God, I'm a dum-dum.
Not if I kill him first.
yeah, that's true. You could get a longer sentence, and you could take your time, get earnest out of there. Earn hold.
I mean, let's get in prison.
That might be
does
the
sound a
fastest
little
way.
rough.
Anything you want me to hold on to while you're gone?
My hand in my ear.
I'll put it in my collection. With the great old ones, you know, down there.
I also give him my magical dagger. You take good care of this.
Is that an innuendo? Or?
I'm going to plant it in your back.
All right.
They're gonna take all of our shit anyways, right?
They'll probably take all your shit.
Yeah, but if we just give it
Do you have a
all to this
way?
guy, we can get it back.
That's what I mean.
Exactly. Could you teleport our equipment to us once we are in the prison?
I cannot get past the wards into the prison. But I could totally get it to you when you're out.
That
I
should
just
be good
give
enough.
him all my shit.
Yeah, I strip down to my loin cloth,
All right.
and the bright light shines.
I do want to try
That's
and
quite
sneak
the
in.
V you got there, Sonny.
Keep your old ones away from me, man.
I'd like to try and sneak in one of my poisons, though.
Yeah, it's in the old prison pocket. Tale
double
as
bag
old
that.
as time.
That's Dumbledore's beard.
Boosie and the poison. All right, quick cut there for the...
Oh, you think we could sneak in that fire ring?
I'm trying to sneak in all I can.
You
know?
could probably each sneak in one small item, or maybe two, depending on your role.
Aye, the shovel.
Might not fit, my friend.
The crowbar.
You could bring your lockpick.
The ruler?
Aye, the shovel.
This
No,
one's
yeah,
for
I-
grilling your sandwich.
Yeah, everyone loves a hot sandwich. What kind of roll would that be?
Oh, it depends on what items you're trying to smuggle in.
Thieves' tools and my pale tincture of death, basically.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm understanding, you guys are down with the plan of just sending you back and you guys surrendering and going into prison that way.
Mm.
And then I'll also smuggle some items.
Okay. What items do you guys want to smuggle?
Potentially Ring of Swimming
Okay.
and my decanter.
Decanter. Okay, the decanter's going to need a roll for sure. Give me a... Fuck, what would it be? Some sort of constitution roll? I mean, what do you guys
Or like
think
a-
for fitting? Or a
Did you
stealth?
hide it in your beard?
Oh,
I like that plan better than trying to stuff a
in your
decanter.
butthole.
Yeah. That's gonna be
I actually
some
like that
heavy
second
damage.
plan better. I want to watch this.
Yes, I'm going to hide it in his
No,
butthole.
no.
Okay, give me a stealth check to hide your decanter in your beard.
Can I assist him with my disguise kit to like weave it in?
What did you get on that roll?
14.
Okay, give me a disguise kit roll to see if you can give him
What would-
advantage.
Just a raw roll?
I don't know. Give me a raw. It's a roll plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma. 4 on the die.
So that makes it a 7, 11.
11. Okay. Not quite
Sorry.
enough to give you advantage. But you got what on there?
14.
14. Okay.
I definitely like untuck it a little.
Yeah, it's not looking super well hidden in your beard. There's a good chance that it could be found.
Love it.
But you could risk it and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's too good an item to pass up. I'll take it.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
Sid, what's Sid
I want to
taking?
hide my log.
Oh, shit. That's going to take a fat roll.
Peg leg.
Oh my god, yes. Yes!
Peg leg.
How's that going to work? Are you going to remove your leg?
We're gonna have to take his leg off.
No, I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
Do the
no, we
old
are.
tuck.
tuck the leg up
Okay.
into my loincloth.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Oh, 4.
Okay. It does not look convincing.
You sure?
Not at all.
I don't know what else to take. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hide my fucking shield.
Smile.
I think I'm good, man. I'm going
The
fucking.
last couple nugs of fireweed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, the
This is how he
fireweed
becomes a
And papers.
for sure,
drug
and
killer.
papers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hide a small amount that equates to like 2 items about this big.
I
That's,
kind of
like,
want to take
without-
that ring though. Do you have the ring of fire?
I don't. It's just in the loot book.
I'm gonna take the ring of fire.
Okay. And a nug.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I do have that, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured that might be handy.
Okay. So you're able to pocket that.
Okay.
In the loincloth. It's a
In my
cool
natural pocket.
ring. Yeah, no, I'm
You're taking
Nobody's
I'm
safe to
taking
go.
the pale tincture of basically if you ingest it, it does a D16, 1D
slow poison
yes,
death.
a slow agonizing death,
slow agonizing death. Yes, I remember it.
and a couple lockpicks.
Okay. Give me a roll for the lockpicks. A
Um,
stealth roll. Or sleight of hand of thing?
Let's make it.
Sleight of hand's a skill, right?
Yeah. What if we made a Constitution roll for the pocket?
Okay. Rolling a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck, it's a 3.
Okay, there's a terrible pain involved.
Okay.
A terrible pain involved, and you can tell that it's wedged in. It's in there.
But it needs to be out.
It needs to be out. You're going to be in pain the entire time, and you're going to have active bleeding as long as it's in there.
Oh my god. Fuck.
That's the old member. This will be quick, right?
Okay. You'll lose 1 hit point that cannot be healed per day until it is removed.
They can never be healed?
Until it's removed. Your hit point total goes but down by 1 per day until it's removed.
I can live with this.
We better get out of there
Yeah,
quick.
it's in there. It hurts. It sucks. You're bleeding, but you can maintain for a short amount of time. Maybe a few
fortnight.
days, a fortnight maybe.
38 days.
It might get worse as time goes on, but let's see.
Okay. Alright, guys.
Does that seem fair to everyone, or is that too gross?
No jogging.
What a gnarly mechanic.
He just walks a little bit more uptight than he used to.
The anal bleed mechanic.
Oh, okay. Gross. All right, and I guess we'll thank you all for listening to pretty weird episode. We've got a new NPC and explored some new pockets and inventory slots on our characters. So, you know,
I apologize, everyone.
It was good. I loved
Weird
it.
move today for sure.
You're welcome, Lorvac. I know you like that shit, so, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking dream on, my dude. And thanks, everyone, for listening to another episode of Sugar and Shadows +3 to Friendship. Make sure to join our Discord and give us a shout out there. We're listening. We're ready for your feedback, and we hunger for more. So,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks.